Let's go to Champaign, Ohio State, Illinois, and top 20 matchup. Another ranked matchup for the Illinois Fighting Illini in Champaign. And this time, it's the number one team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. So let me start with this. I love the Miami Hurricanes and I love the Oregon Ducks. But if I had to choose one team right now to win the national championship and say, this is the undisputed best team in college football, it's Ohio State. Ohio State has the best player in college football in Jeremiah Smith. They have the best defense in college football, and they have one of the best quarterbacks in Julian Sayin. Let's start with Sayin. Sayin's been absolutely ridiculous. He leads the nation in completion percentage, over 80%. He's the only quarterback in the nation to have an over 80% completion percentage. And it's not like he's doing dink and dunk throws. He's making big-time throws. And he did it. Sure, he played Minnesota last week, but he was doing deep shots to Smith and Carnell Tate against Washington. That's a hard place to play. Washington on the West Coast. Yeah, he stayed in the pocket, made some throws to Tate and Smith. The drag route to Smith opened the game. Ohio State never gave the lead back. Sayin's been good. And it always helps when you have Jeremiah Smith. And by the way, on the other side, Carnell Tate's going to be a first-round pick too. You look at Carnell Tate and what he's been able to do, he's always been looked at this really talented guy on an Ohio State team that is known for its production of wide receivers. Carnell Tate's broken out this year. 24 receptions, 435 yards. Touchdown-wise, he has 4. I mean, that's almost as many as Jeremiah Smith has. 35 for 463 and 6. Jeremiah Smith's ridiculous. We know what Jeremiah Smith is. And for Julian Sayin, yeah, I mean, you want to talk about Julian Sayin's stats? A 101 for 126, 1313 yards, 80.2 completion percentage, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Most of those interceptions haven't come in the big games. Ohio State's really good, and that offense is really good. And now they have a set running back one in Bo Jackson. Great name, by the way. Bo Jackson, he's a freshman. They were going with James Peoples and C.J. Donaldson, but it's been Jackson the past few weeks. Ever since he broke out against Ohio, yeah, Jackson 48 for 360. Ohio State is starting to figure out their running game, and boy, if they do, this offense is going to be near unstoppable, and it sort of has been. I mean, Texas stopped them to an extent. Washington stopped them, but when you have a quarterback who completes his throws and is one of the most accurate in America, the best player and wide receiver in America in Jeremiah Smith, and stars all around him like a Carnell Tate, like Max Clare if you want to throw him out there, like Brandon Inniss, who is only going to get more in this offense. It's scary. It's really scary, and that's what Ohio State is. And this Ohio State defense is the best in America right now. And it's not close. It's not close. Ohio State, through 5 games, has given up 25 points. I don't think people realize how ridiculous that is. 25 points. 7-0-9-6-3. And this is a defense that lost Jack Sawyer, JT Tuimoloau, Denzel Burke, Cody Simon. 25 points. And it's not like they played bad teams too either. Washington was the second highest scoring offense in America when they played Ohio State at home. 6 points. Texas, Arch Manning. Sure, they haven't played well, and we've seen that. It's still Texas and Arch Manning. They still have skilled position players. 7, it was a last-minute touchdown. Ohio State is the number 1 defense in America right now in pretty much every statistic. When I go to college football defensive stats right now, Ohio State, highest or best scoring defense in America, 5 points per game. Yards per game, 215, 91 on the ground. They're ridiculous. You look at this defense, why are they so good? Well, 1, they're Ohio State, but if you want players, 3 come to mind, and I'm sort of stealing this from Joel Klatt, so thank you, Joel. 1 is Caleb Downs, because Caleb Downs might be the best defensive player in America. You can make an argument for Ruben Bain, and I can make that argument, but I think it's Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is a versatile safety. He'll stack you up in the box. If he's smaller than you, he's going to ram you. If he's not smaller than you, he's going to ram you. He's good in coverage. We know what he is. He had 100 tackles his freshman year at Alabama. Last year, he had around 80. The guy's a difference maker. Sonny Styles is a freak of nature, that middle linebacker safety. He's number 0. Number 0 is a number that is given to the Ohio State player that best characterizes physical defensive nature. It was Cody Simon last year, led the team in tackles. Sonny Styles is a 6'4 safety that's really able to do it all. He's been playing linebacker too. 28 total tackles this year. That's 1 behind the team lead, which is Curry and Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is the 3rd one. You're talking about the best linebacker duo in America, arguably, and Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles. Yeah, that's gross. Ohio State, their defense is damn good. And then you look at the other guys they have. I mean, Davison Igbinosa is one of the better corners in America. Yeah, he deals with his pass interference penalties, but a pass defended this year. They don't throw his way. But the reason this defense moves, whether it was Jim Knowles, whether it was Matt Patricia, now it's Patricia, obviously, is the talent. And they win the talent battle in almost every game, and they're going to against Illinois. Illinois is talented. They have a returning quarterback in Luke Altmaier. We know what he is. Ohio State might just be too good. But let's talk about Illinois for a second. Illinois, they score at will. The Illini were seen as a college football playoff contender going into this year, and the reason behind that is Luke Altmaier. And Luke Altmaier has been good. He's been really good this season. I mean, except for that Indiana game, you could argue, but you look at his stats, 73% completion percentage, 12 touchdowns. He hasn't thrown an interception this year yet, averaging 10 yards per attempt, a rating just over 190. You're talking about receivers like Beatty, Dixon, Clement. They're all getting involved. And Illinois, the thing I credit Brett Bielema's squad with the most is that they didn't lay down after Indiana took it to them, because Indiana took it to them. 63-10 in Bloomington. You could have said, Illinois sucks. You could have said Illinois' season's over. They're not what we thought they could be. The next week, they came out and they beat USC at home, a USC team that's ranked and was playing really good football. And Luke Altmaier, the past 2 weeks, has a combined, I suck at math, 718 yards. He could throw the ball, completion percentage over 70. And Illinois, though, the one thing I will say, this was a team that returned 9 out of 11 starters on defense, and they've given up 27, 32, 63. They gave up 19 to Duke. I guess that was their best defensive performance, but Purdue scoring 27, USC 32. Two decent offenses. It is what it is. What I will say about Illinois is if they win this game, it's program defining. It is one of the biggest in their history, and they will be a college football playoff contender because you look at the rest of their schedule, they don't play a ranked team. They go to Washington, that's a hard one. They go to Wisconsin, Wisconsin's not that good, but the rest is very manageable. But can they win this game? That's the question. With that, let's get into the keys.
There we go.
Number one is, can Illinois get a stop on Ohio State? Illinois is third to last in the Big Ten, only behind Purdue and UCLA in yards per game. They're averaging 387.8. Was it skewed because of the Indiana one where Indiana went for almost 600 yards? Yeah, but it's that. And they give up 24 points per game. And this is the best team Illinois is going to play all year, and it's not even close. And I'm talking about skill positions. Jeremiah Smith is the best player in the country, remember? Julian Sainz playing well. Carnell Tate is an absolute stud. Can Illinois get the stops necessary to beat the number one team? And that starts with stops in the first quarter, because if Ohio State goes in there and delivers a knockout blow, the game's over. But if Illinois stays close, they return starters on both sides of the ball, they can make this a game. They really can. So that's number one, and it leads right into number two. Can Illinois and Luke Altmaier score against Ohio State's defense that's only allowed 25 points through 5 games? Luke Altmaier is experienced. He could have went to the NFL. He came back to Illinois after leading a 10-win season last year. And he led Illinois to a ranked win in Champaign. Ohio State, do you want me to throw out stats? I can. I already did. 5 points per game. Against Big Ten teams, they haven't given up a touchdown. And that's pretty insane in itself. And now it's Illinois. And Illinois' offense is good. Illinois has a good offense. They average almost 400 yards per game. Points per game, they're averaging 37. So now it's iron versus iron. Because Illinois' strength this year has been their offense. And so that's the biggest one right now on that side of the ball. And then the last is Illinois versus the marquee Big Ten team. I know that's a cop-out answer. I know that's a cop-out third team or third key. But Illinois went to Bloomington to play Indiana. And Indiana killed them. 63-10, 579 total yards, 8 for 11 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down, 21 for 23 passing, 312 yards rushing to Illinois' 2. Passing-wise, Illinois had 159, 161 total yards, 1 for 10 on third down. Illinois was embarrassed. And these are two teams, that game was, okay, both these teams could make the playoff maybe, or could contend, could give the Oregons, the Penn States, the Ohio States a game. And Illinois got blown out and embarrassed. And that's why no one picked them against USC. And they came back and responded really well. And that's a testament to Brett Bielema, a testament to Luke Altmaier, who went off in that game in his stat. But that game tells me that Ohio State, a much more talented team that beat Indiana by 35 last year, is going to blow out Illinois. That's what it tells me. The game being in Champaign pushes it back a little, but if the box score looks anything like it did against the other viable top 10 Big Ten opponent, Illinois is in trouble. I was gonna say I think they can win this game. I don't. And with that, let me get into a real prediction. If Illinois didn't lose to Indiana, I would lean a little more towards maybe picking the Illini to cover. But Illinois got blown out by Indiana. And you look at what Illinois has done this year. They went to Duke and beat them. Duke didn't play that well. Indiana, I just spoke about. They beat a ranked USC. They scored 40 last week against Purdue at Purdue. This Ohio State defense is too good. It's too good. They're going to get the stops necessary. And then you look at that Ohio State offense. I mean, they're one of the most efficient offenses in America right now. They really are. You're looking at yards per game. They're fourth in the Big Ten, 451.4. Passing yards per game, they're fifth, 279.8. Points per game, they're a little lower. It's 37.4. They play Texas, though. I mean, you want to throw out Ohio State's schedule really fast before I make the prediction? Yeah, 14 against Texas, 24 against Washington. Those have been the best two teams they played. 42 against Minnesota. And now they're at Illinois, which is probably their toughest one. And Ohio State has shown they could go into a hostile environment and win and stifle. Ohio State's the best team in the country. And I'm going to say Ohio State's the best team in the country until I'm proven otherwise, or until they're proven otherwise. Until a team goes and beats Ohio State, they are the best team in the country with the best player in the country and the best defense in the country. And Illinois might be able to score tomorrow. There's a chance Illinois puts up 25. Doesn't matter if Ohio State's going to score against an Illinois defense that averages 400 yards per game against. No, it doesn't, because Illinois needs to get the stops and they need to get the scores. And both of those are an uphill battle. So give me Ohio State to win and cover. I'm going to go with Buckeyes 38, Illinois 20.